Gaston, no one dances with Gaston. No one ever thinks he wants to be twirled like Gaston.
He's being a booger.
Yeah, Belle wouldn't go to prom with me.
Hi everybody, welcome back. So yesterday after the rain stopped, it got up to 65 degrees and it was so beautiful outside. It was sunny, nice fluffy white clouds, and today it's snowing. It's not sticking though, so that's cool. But it's only 34 degrees outside right now. So, not overly thrilled with that. But, it's 10:30. I've got a slew of things that I want to do today. I'm hoping to get as much done as I can. One of my big goals today, it's an area, my area that always gets neglected. I get it cleaned like once every couple of months, so I figure it's time to clean it again. But my workspace, right here, is just absolutely horrible. So that's a big thing that I want to do today. Thinking normally it takes me like 5 hours to clean up. I'm hoping I get it done a lot sooner than that. Excuse me. But along with doing that today too, I think I have to empty the dishwasher. I want to, yeah, I gotta do dishes. But this, I think I can do while I'm cleaning if I don't mess it up. I'll show you. A little while back, John bought a cast iron skillet. He's been really wanting to try it. I've really wanted to kind of see what the big deal is with them. I've heard a lot of great things about them, but we're having a hard time kind of getting the idea of how to use it and whatnot. So I think part of it is we just have to I think we have to season it better than what we did. So I found some things online saying how to how to season it, clean it, stuff like that. So I think that might be part of our problem, is it's not being cleaned the right way. So I'm gonna try to re-season it today and see if that helps any, because he keeps getting frustrated with it and I don't want him to get frustrated with it. I think I'm going to get that started, and what I had found is when you season it and you oil it and you put it in the oven and let it bake, let all the oil and stuff bake on it, it's like an hour. So while it's in the oven, I'm going to work on my computer area and get all that done. I'm currently eating Gushers and get the dishes done. It's not a long mistake, but I'm going to empty this dishwasher. Abby's watching YouTube, so I figured, ew. While she's doing that, I can get a good big chunk of that cleaning done. We worked on cleaning her bedroom yesterday, and we got the beds done and some stuff picked up. It's not perfect, so I needed to do it later today. But of course, Aria went to bed last night and threw everything out of her bed onto the floor. So I picked it all up, put it in a basket, and took it out of her room. So now she's got nothing in her bed. I'm gonna start working on the skillet. I gotta look up some of the stuff that I pinned and make sure that I do it right, because I don't want to ruin the skillet. We got a really good deal out of it because it was on sale from a store that's closing. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be able to afford it. So, but I'm going to get that started and then get going on my work area. Okay, I'm getting ready to attempt to season or re-season the cast iron pan. Trying to warm my water. Okay. So the first thing that it told me to do was to make sure that it's scrubbed clean. Because you want to make sure that the pan, you start from fresh, you know. So you want to make sure you want to scrub off anything that's left on it. Because we've used it before, we want to make sure that it's clean. And this is going to be a re-seasoning because we've already done the seasoning. It says not to use soap when you clean it, but because we're doing this seasoning, they said it's okay to use a little bit to help get the stuff off. So I'm just going to use a little tiny drop, like real tiny. Just because it has been sitting and I don't think it got washed properly the last time we used it. And they say to use a steel, like a steel wool pad or something, but I don't have any of that, so I just have one of these blue scrubbies. But they said to make sure to clean it off both sides, because you want to get everything. You want it to pretty much be like down to the raw cast iron. And that was put on something, so there's food stuck to the bottom. And then once you get it dry, washed, you want to make sure that it's dried completely. You don't want any water spots on it because you don't want to risk it rusting. You get all rusty, so you wash the inside, the outside, the handle, all that fun stuff. It looks like I've got it pretty cleaned off. So I'm just going to rinse it, make sure there's no soap or anything on it. And I'm going to get some paper towels and dry it off. So it looks like it's good and dry, so I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. I'm going to let it sit on the oven on top of the stove for now, while the oven is heating up. Now I've read a couple of different sites that say after you oil it, you want to put it in a preheated oven to let the oil bake into it, and that's where the seasoning comes from. But I've had a couple of different websites say, some of them have said, you know, heat your oven between 400 and 500 degrees. I've seen another ones that just said 350. I'm going to set mine at 400. Just because that seems to be the more common number. And they say 400 degrees, because not every oven goes up to 500 degrees. I think mine does, but I'll just do it at 400. So when that gets heated up, I will come back and I will oil the pan. It says any kind of oil you want to use. So I'll find some sort of oil. I've got coconut oil, and I think I've got some canola oil. And get that oiled and get that put in the oven. So, but while the oven's heating up, it's only at 230 right now. So while it's heating up, I'm gonna go work on my corner, my work area. Okay. So my oven's preheated to 400. So, and I decided to clean around my desk. Got the floor picked up, and I've already filled like a Walmart-sized bag of trash. Not completely full, almost full though. So, yeah. It really is just one of those areas that just keeps collecting stuff, and it's really annoying. Okay. I have a little bottle of vegetable oil that I'm going to use and see if that works to season it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here, and I'm going to use paper towels to spread it around. Okay. And they say about a tablespoon. So I'm just going to start with the least amount, because you don't want your pan, you don't want the pan dripping in oil. So I've got it in there. I'm going to swirl it around. So you want to have a nice, thin, even coat all over the pan, so it's very consistent. I wonder if I cleaned it well enough. The dirt that's on it. Okay, I'm going to add a little more. Since it got the inside amount, the inside area done, so I want to get up on the sides. I don't know if you can see if it's got a little shine to it now compared to the back side, which is kind of dull. But I also want to season and oil the outside too. And again, to make sure that it's an even coat all over the pan. And that it's not too thick. So now I'm going to do the back and the outsides. Basically, when you're done, you want the whole thing to be shiny. You want to make sure there's no dull spots on it, because the dull spots, the oil didn't get there. Okay. So, and it's looking good. So it looks like I got it all oiled. I have really horrible lighting, so it's really hard to tell exactly. Woo, crap, that was too much. But, okay. But you also want to make sure you do the handle too, so I gotta bring it down to the handle and oil the handle nice and well. Okay, so I've got it oiled everywhere. Looks good. Okay. See how nice and shiny it is. Kind of in the light. It's got that nice sheen. And that's supposed to be what seasons it. To make it non-stick. And that's why you want to season them, because cast iron it's not a non-stick pan. So you want to season them so that they become non-stick, and that when you cook, your food doesn't stick to the pan. Alright, so now I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to put it on the middle rack. I put a piece of tin foil on the rack below it in case any of the oil drips off. And they say to put it on upside down. So, here we go. See how this works. Okay, it's in the oven. Now I'm going to leave it in there for about an hour. About an hour's time. And see if that works. And then when it's done, I gotta let it cool, so I won't take it out right away. But while that's cooking for an hour, back to my desk. So I'm making progress. I know it doesn't look like it, but I got the stuff picked up off the floor and I vacuumed over there. Look at that bag of trash I got. Look at that. Just papers and stuff that I had to throw away. And the desk's kind of cleaned off. I went through a lot of like hair, and there was stuff just kind of everywhere. So I started cleaning up papers that were over here. They're all bills, so they're all stacked down here. And there's stuff that I got to go through later. And some of them has got to get filed and whatnot. I have my file totes on there. I got to go through there and empty out of last year's stuff, because it's all still in there, and file this year's stuff. I started kind of doing up here a little bit. You can kind of see a little stuff up there. Some of it's just decoration that'll stay up there. I really need to get into these two little spots here, but there's really not much I can do with it. My next goal, really, that's the girls' coloring books and art stuff. So, see Ari's wonderful artwork. They've lost the markers and crayons because Ari has colored all over my die cut machine. Yep, all over my Cricut. Not happy about that, but thankfully it's washable, so I can get it cleaned up. Shouldn't be too hard. Bad. Abby, on the other hand, I found her stationery set, and she has proceeded to destroy my living room with her art stuff. But she's taking a lunch break. I had a bit of a lunch break.
You know, like, the first rule is to
Maybe.
never touch
Yeah.
a girl's food.
Told her she needs to finish eating because the dogs kept sniffing at it and they're trying to get it. I'm probably going to take a break on my desk for right now. I need to get some bins for some of my stuff. But I had Abby pick up all my snowmen. All my winter stuff. So I got to get out to the garage. And it's really cold and windy and I don't want to go out there. But I have to get the winter tote and pack up all my snowmen. And I want to get my St. Patrick's stuff out. And I've got some Valentine stuff I got to put away. But that was my soda. It's been about an hour, just over an hour, since I put the pan, my cast iron pan, in the oven. So, let's see. It looks nice and shiny in there. At least the bottom half does. So, I'm going to turn the oven off, and I'm going to let it cool down completely while it's in there. And then when it's done cold, then I'll take it out of the oven. And hopefully the seasoning has stuck. Otherwise, I'll just have to find a way to redo it. I don't know if I can put more oil on it and just stick it back in the oven, or if I gotta rinse it all off and whatnot. But that's done in there. So the oven's off. I gotta go out to the garage and not freeze. So let's put away the winter stuff, and hopefully winter will go away if I do that. Fingers crossed. Okay, guys, so the pan is cooled off. It looks pretty decent, but I'm not sure if I got it all the way. There does look like some spots that maybe didn't, where the seasoning didn't stick. I'm not really comfortable with it. I'm going to do a little more research. I'm going to see if I can redo another one, or if I have to scrape this off and redo it from the beginning, or if I can just add another layer. But I'll show you guys. You can see now it's kind of got a nice shine to it. The bottom, for some reason, you can still see, I'm not sure, maybe that's where the flames were hidden, so it's already been messed with. I don't know why some of the bottom didn't stick. Doesn't look as shiny as the rest of it. But, I mean, like I said, some of it on the inside, when I look at it, it's kind of hard to see on the camera now, but it doesn't look like it quite got seasoned all the way. So I'm going to look up and see if I can do another layer on it right on top of what I did, and then season it again and put it back in the oven for another hour. So, but I mean, other than that, the rest of it looks good. I think I got the idea of it. It seems to have a nice coating on it. So I said maybe one more coating and do it one more time, but I think I got the hang of it. So that I can say is done. Let's see. I just thought we did Abby's little video, so we had to finish up the one that we did yesterday since it was a two-parter. She made cute little dinosaur fossils. And eventually they're supposed to glow in the dark, but they have to charge first. So I got some more cleaning done over here in this area. I cleaned out some coloring books. I gave them back some of the marker, some of the coloring stuff is just crayons and colored pencils. They're not getting the markers back. Hi, Ripley. She's looking for the heater. But I mean, that's kind of the basis of it. I don't have a whole lot of space and like storage things, so it's kind of hard to really get it completely organized and cleaned up the way I would want it. I am kind of smushed in this little corner, but we don't have a bigger area for me to put all my stuff because I collect a lot of stuff. So, but I mean, it's a good start. Maybe tomorrow I'll go through the bills and file them all away, but I didn't want to do that today. I just kind of want to sit down and rest for the rest of the day. I gotta get Abby to pick up her toys in the playroom. Because she's got stuff all over the floor. I don't want to go through there and vacuum again real quick. But I think that's it. I had to get the dishwasher emptied. It's pretty early in the day, so I'm gonna go. I found a recipe on Pinterest that I want to try to make because they looked really good. It's cinnamon roll crescent rolls, and if I can find it, I'll post a link if I get to make it. So, but I'm gonna give those a shot because they looked really good, and I want a little snack. So let me see if I can go find that link. But it is almost 3 o'clock. I need to go finish picking up some stuff. I have to go get Aria. I have to leave for about 30 minutes. The wind picked up again, so it's really, really windy. So I want to be careful on the roads. Yesterday was really bad, and we were swerving on the roads because of how strong the gusts were. I think we had over 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So, but I gotta get the dogs out too before I leave. One quick thing before I go. I was looking at my plants, and my broccoli has sprouted ginormously, and I've got some tomato sprouts coming in. I think those tomatoes. I don't have any peppers. Oh, and I've got way over there, I've got one little zucchini coming in. So that's a good start for me. I'm happy with it. This weekend, maybe this weekend, I'll start transplanting some of them that are getting really tall. I don't know why some of them are really tall like that and the others aren't. So, but, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm looking for a cat. So, that's gonna end it. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. See y'all later.